Oh, hi, Mark. It's been a long ass fucking time. All right, long ass fucking time ago in a town called Kickapoo, there lived a humble family. I'm not gonna finish that, but I could do that whole song. You don't even understand. I love that fucking movie. Anyway, it's been a very long time. Um, I apologize for nothing. I didn't feel like recording, and yeah, no, that's all it was. I lost interest. Recently I've been like, I could go for recording a review or something. I don't know. I don't know. I might start recording more or I might not. Um Depends on how this goes. I'm not drunk yet. You like how I threw the yet in there? I am only part of one of these bad boys deep, Wrecking Ball Imperial Stout. This is my first time trying this, and you know what? Pretty solid stout. Pretty solid stuff. It's from a local brewery. Um, it's brewed. Yeah, yeah, it's brewed right in Spokane, which is very close to where I live, Spokane, Washington. And it is it's strong, man. 9.5%, but it's smooth drinking. It's actually pretty smooth drinking. And I will be reaching for another one after this one's finished. Anyway, you didn't hear me. You didn't come here to hear me talk about beer. Although it'll probably happen again. Anyway. So, the thing. I would assume that we all know what the thing is, right? Like I don't need to do my spiel to you guys. I'm gonna do it anyway. The Thing is a 1982 horror film that's actually a remake of a 1950 something horror film, directed by John Carpenter and stars the man, the myth, the legend, Kurt Russell, with his fantastic hair beard combo. Jealous as shit. Okay. Okay, hopefully that's the only interruption in this video. You guys, that's just gonna look like a cut. For me, it was a 10-minute ordeal that ended in no video game playing for anybody because I guess the servers are down currently. Anyway, Kurt Russell's hair beard combo. I just went back to the. Never mind. Kurt Russell's hair beard combo. That is the shit. All right, that man, probably the warmest guy in that whole in that whole research facility because homeboy had hair and beard for days. Not to mention he had a lot of scotch in him. He drank J&B throughout this entire movie, and let me tell you something, man. Dude has shit taste. Okay, J&B tastes like dirt and campfire smoke, like he just snorted ash from the bottom of a camp. I don't get it. No hate if smoky scotch is your thing, but I don't get smoky scotch, man. It's tasted to me like you just took a like a litter scooper, dude, to the pit of like a fire pit after you burned a campfire and you just stuck it in your glass and started sipping ash. Not my thing. Not my thing at all. Um, but it's Kurt Russell's thing in this movie, and so is uh, calling computers cheating bitches and pouring his scotch out onto it. And oh man, yeah, that's something that this movie does really well. At first, it kind of establishes Kurt Russell's character, and it shows you that life out here has gotten to him. He's drinking scotch, and he's playing, what was it, like chess? He's playing chess with a computer, and he calls the computer a cheating bitch, and he pours his scotch into the computer, which I would venture to say probably isn't allowed in that research facility, unless it's his own personal computer, which somehow I doubt. But yeah, it sets up his character very well. And then we open the film with this husky running through the snow, and it's being shot at by the Norwegians from a neighboring research facility. Um, and you don't really know why they're shooting at the dog. Once you know why that scene's happening and what's going on in that scene, it's actually a really cool scene, and kind of an ominous warning of things to come in the American research facility. And then we get to this American research facility where there's a group of guys, Kurt Russell included, and they let this dog in because they're like, this Norwegian guy's fucking crazy. Well, the two Norwegian guys, they're crazy. They're shooting at this dog. And as it turns out, obviously, we've all seen The Thing. The dog is a shape-shifting alien who apparently is an intelligent life form because it flew here on a spaceship. Weird that it doesn't really speak. Like, it does speak, but it speaks in our language, which in and of itself kind of speaks to how well it can imitate other life forms. Very, very creepy concept. And when you compare this to the 1950 whatever, I want to say it's like 54, when you compare this to the 1954 film, night and day. Night and day as far as quality goes. The original film was this cheesy monster movie sort of thing where the Thing was just this humanoid creature with a big bulbous head that stiffly walks around, and I don't even remember that movie very well. I saw that movie once. I saw it once. I'll probably see it 2 more times before I die. John Carpenter's The Thing, on the other hand, I watch like every year. It's an amazing film. Anyway, this film does atmosphere very well. This research facility, it feels cold. Well, at least the outside, the surrounding area, it feels very cold. Obviously, the film takes place in Antarctica, and the danger is palpable when people go outside. And then it doesn't get any better for them when they go inside because the danger is just as real in there. It's just a danger that they can't quite see yet. A danger that could be hiding amongst them. And it's a really creepy concept. A really creepy concept. Not to mention the practical effects in this thing are incredible. That initial corpse that they find of this thing like melted together and it's 2 different things like forming into each other. That looks terrifying. The other practical effect that's always looked creepy as shit. That I don't remember the guy's name. That bald guy, where he's got like the extended fingers and he's out there and he just does that really unsettling screech. That is a really cool looking practical effect. And then of course there's the iconic scene where he's doing the defibrillator and his hands go right into his chest cavity and the rib cage closes on his arm like teeth, and it snaps the guy's arm right off. Ooey gooey gumdrops. Does that ever look fucked up? Both the chest cavity thing and the arm. And then it turns into a head spider. Turns into a damn head spider. The head goes like into the body. At least I'm pretty sure it does. Anyway, doesn't matter. Still looks terrifying. And then, God, the effects in that movie are great. They're on another level in this movie. The sense of distrust is always there, and that's where a lot of the horror comes from. It's where a lot of the tension comes from in this movie is the distrust between each one of the crew members, because anyone could be the Thing at any moment. And you're always kind of catching yourself examining characters and trying to figure out where has this person been. Which kind of brings me to the end of the movie, because a lot of people kind of have a debate, and I've heard that John Carpenter actually refuses to acknowledge who the Thing is in the end of the film, which I think is kind of cool. I have my personal own theory about who the Thing is or isn't in the end of the movie. And I don't think either of them are the Thing. I personally think that one of the bits, because I'm pretty certain this is part of John Carpenter's Apocalypse trilogy, implying that the Thing did survive. I don't think it's either one of them, because Childs, in the end of the film, has a flamethrower. And if he was the Thing, obviously, he could have killed Kurt Russell right then and there. And Kurt Russell says in the end of the movie, well, if either one of us are the Thing, if either one of us is one of those things, we're not in much shape to do anything about it. But you can't tell me that Childs wasn't in the shape to pull a trigger. Okay? So, Childs obviously isn't the Thing. But the issue with Kurt Russell being the Thing is we have had eye contact on him pretty much ever since he did that scene with the blood samples. And he proved that he wasn't one of those things. So if Kurt Russell wasn't the Thing in the end of the movie, then it either is or it isn't Childs. And I don't think it is Childs, because, as I said, Childs had a flamethrower. He could have torched Kurt Russell right then and there. But I don't think either of them are the Thing. I think one of the chunks off of something they blew up in the movie ultimately got away and decided to hide. And when the research team comes in the spring, they will recover that chunk of whatever it is, and that'll be that. That will be that. I think this is a brilliant movie. At the end of the day, it's incredibly well shot. It's incredibly well acted. Kurt Russell, of course, is amazing. He's Kurt Russell. You have a problem with Kurt Russell? I bet you don't. I bet you love Kurt Russell, just like everybody loved Kurt Russell. Everybody loved Kurt Russell. All the rest of the cast is great too. I don't know any of their names, but they are great. And the effects are out of this world, no pun intended, because, it's an alien. Okay, maybe there was a slight bit of a pun. There was just that much of an intention for a pun, and I hope you'll forgive me, because I hate myself already for the pun, honestly. Oh man, out of beer. Whatever will I do? Anywho, so I don't really think there's anything wrong with this movie. If there is, I can't see it. I can't see it whatsoever. I think the effects are gnarly. I think the horror is there. This movie is scary. The sense of distrust is always there. It's always got you engaged. It's always got you paying attention to what's going on, because you're always trying to figure out who could be the Thing, who might not be the Thing, who is the Thing, whatever. It's always got you at the edge of your seat waiting for the next terrifying encounter with one of these horrifying body horror monstrosities. And I think this is one of the rare 10 out of 10s. I think John Carpenter's The Thing really is just a perfect film. One of the couple of perfect films John Carpenter has. I don't think Halloween is one of them. Oddly enough, I love Halloween, but I don't think that is a 10 out of 10. There's some slight problems with that movie, but I think In the Mouth of Madness is probably a 10. Some people might not agree with that, but I think it probably is. I'll have to rewatch it and actually really pay attention. I am very biased when it comes to that though, because In the Mouth of Madness is my favorite Carpenter film, and it's one of my favorite horror films of all time, like top 5. So I very biased, but anyway, I think The Thing is a perfect 10 out of 10, and you should definitely watch it if you haven't seen it. Although if you haven't seen it, what the hell did you watch this video for? You just spoiled it for yourself. And before you say, yeah, but you didn't say spoilers in the comments or the title of the video, I shouldn't have to. Movie came out in 1982. Fuck out of my face, Christopher. I don't know who Christopher is, but I'll bet it's some bitch named Christopher. It's gonna be bitching in the comments. Alrighty. I forgot how I used to end these videos actually, because it's been so damned long. My last video was of me touting how proud of myself I was for beating Star Fox 64. Still incredibly proud of myself, by the way. Still incredibly proud of myself. I didn't think that day would ever come. I was so panicked. Just trying to find the camera. I was like, oh my god, I have to document this. And it's really sad that I just admitted that on camera for all of you to hear. But it's okay, no one stuck till the end of the video anyway. Fuck you guys for that. I'm kidding. It's understandable. It's kind of a long video for me just talking about The Thing. And now I'm unnecessarily expanding it. Sorry guys, I'm a little buzzed. Anywho, hasta la bye-bye, you... I don't know, man. I gotta figure my shit out. I gotta figure out how I used to end these videos. I'll see you on the next one. I remembered that much.